How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another FIFA 21 video. In today's episode, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do chemistry style trading. It's a really effective method, and I honestly have made quite a few coins doing it. It's not really too hard to do, and you can understand quite quickly. I'm only going to give you guys a few players that you can look into, just because these are guys that I've found been the most reliable for me. But you can do this with really any player that you guys find. So the basics of the chemistry style trading is we're going to be looking for cards with shadows and hunters on them. The reason being is these chemistry styles will likely be extinct once Weekend League started, or starts I should say. I am recording this video a few days earlier than what it's being uploaded, but regardless, the strategy should still work the same. Hunters and shadows have been extinct a lot in the past, few years for FIFA. We've seen them go up as much as, like ridiculous prices like 10k at a time. Currently, they're about 3.5k, maybe a little less, a little more, whatever it may be for both the shadow and the hunter. But that is because this video is still being recorded before Weekend League starts. I think once Weekend League really starts to kick off, we're going to start seeing these cards get bought a lot, and then there won't be too many on the market, meaning this strategy will be even more effective later on. But what you're essentially trying to do is you're going to find players who have shadows or hunters on their cards, and the reason being is cards with a shadow and hunter actually sell for more than the regular price. So for example, the card I do like to do a lot is Ricardo Pereira. Reason being is Ricardo Pereira is a very good defender. He's cheaper. I like to do this with lower priced players because that way you avoid the tax. However, as the game goes on and hunters go more and more extinct, you might be able to find bigger cards that give bigger profits. But Ricardo Pereira is about 20k. He may have moved in the last few days. He's about 20k. 19k a few here. So essentially what we're going to do is his card goes for 20k. What we want to do is then switch our filter to shadow, and we can go and find his price with a shadow on his card. So 20k is as low as it goes. With a shadow, he is about 23.5, 24k. So this is really profitable because with the tax being so low, realistically, you can make about 3 to 4k per card that you snipe. And with Ricardo Pereira's, especially as we get closer to Weekend League with more people buying and selling, these cards will pop up quite quick. So what you're going to do is you're going to go and search at, that price. So 20.5k. We know there's cards there that go for 20k. So what you're going to do is you're just going to sit here and snipe and wait for them to pop up. And what you're going to do is once one does pop up, you will be able to resell them for 24k or whatever the price may be that day, and make a good profit. Now, like I said, these do tend to pop up fairly quickly, and hopefully for the sake of the video I can at least see one pop up for this low. But sometimes it can be a little slow. Sometimes they pop up like crazy. It just depends on the time of day that you guys are sniping. And like I said, you can do this for if you snipe like 10, that's like 30-40k profit, and I'd imagine you can find at least 10 in the next hour or so. So realistically, a really good strategy. And like I said, it only becomes more and more effective as we get closer and closer to the start of Weekend League. So guys, unfortunately, I could not find any decent deals on the Ricardo Pereira in like a minute or so. At the end of this video, I will show you guys like me sniping a few of these, showing my profits and all that at the end. But before we move on, if you guys are enjoying this video, please drop a like on it. I appreciate it so much. And moving on to our next guy is Rodrigo. Now, Rodrigo is a card I really like because the guy fluctuates so much. I mean, this guy goes from 34k to like 28k all the time. And sometimes doing this method, you do have to watch for prices and fluctuations. Like I said, Ricardo Pereira is a pretty good one because he stays at a steady 20k and his shadow goes for like, 24, 25k. Now, Rodrigo is an interesting card because, like I said, he fluctuates a lot. Hunters go for about 35, 34k on this card. Now, the problem is when Rodrigo is up on a fluctuation like he is right now, he's about 32k. So realistically, the profit is not as big as, it tends to be. So what I would wait to do for sometimes like cards like Rodrigo, and you can use Footbin to watch the graphs, you can wait till you see him on a downtrend. So his normal price is actually 33k right now, and realistically that is not worth it for me in order to snipe this card a bunch. Now you can set your filters and wait for an undercut. I'm sure you'll find a few at like 30k or whatnot, because like I said, the price moves up and down quite a lot. But what you can do for a card like Rodrigo, and there's many cards that fluctuate up and down in a day, is you can actually look to wait till he hits about 30k, because his hunter price will not change. His hunter price will be 30 or 35k, so you can look to snipe at 30k and resell for, 35k, when that fluctuation is lower, which tends to be, later at night. Now, another card we can do is Gabriel Jesus, and like I said, these bigger cards will be way more effective when hunters and shadows start picking up more demand. Jesus, I believe, is around 60k, and a lot of undercuts happen. Like this card right here, a 60k undercut on a hunter. Realistically, I probably should pick it up, and for the sake of the video, I will, but unfortunately, he gets sniped because I hesitated. But at 60k for a hunter right there, his normal price is, say, 62k. So first off, we missed a really, really easy snipe, and we have a hunter here on the market already. But take a look at, let's say, his hunter chemistry style, and one hunter chemistry style on the market I wouldn't say is too much inflation, because these will sell for more, as you can see. So about 65k for a hunter Jesus, and like I said, when hunters and shadows start going more extinct, and the reason why I'm releasing this video on a Saturday instead of when I recorded it, a few days earlier, was because I wanted to wait and see. I wanted to wait until those chemistry style cards started picking up demand, because the gaps will be bigger. Keep in mind, this is recorded like 3 days earlier. But as you guys can see, Jesus with the hunter goes for quite a decent amount. And as you guys can see, there's actually a few for center mid cards, and tomorrow's video will be about position change trading. So don't miss out on that. Make sure you guys subscribe. But as you guys can see, it's really, really easy to do. We'll take a look at one more card, and that'll be Lorente. Reason why I like Lorente is he's very cheap right now, but he's also very, very usable. A lot of people like the card, and for other teams, I have a feeling he's a good card. So I believe he dropped down quite a bit. I believe he's less than 13k, might be much less. Yeah, so he's about 10k right now, and this strategy works for even the lower cards. Now, I gotta find Lorente's bottom here, but Lorente for 9k? Yeah, so about 9k. And realistically, you can look for shadows or hunters, or even you can look for, I don't know, let's say, what is it called? Catalysts. Those will work too. So the market's being a little buggy right now because it's not showing anything pop up. But let's just say he's about 10k. 10k looks like a fair price. So what you guys can do is, again, do the same thing. We'll look for a shadow on him first. I'd say more people would use him. I mean, you could use him really as anything, but you use him as, like, say, a CDM here. Someone wants to use him more as a defensive mid. With a shadow, nothing is found, so we boost that up to, 12.5k. Nothing is found. Boost it up to 15k. So about 14k for a shadow on this card. And with the tax only being 500 coins, you literally can make 4 to 5k a card on someone like Lorente. Really, really easy to do. As you can see, there's a nice undercut right there for 13.25. If you really want profit quick, this guy probably is going to make about 3k on that card in a matter of seconds. Hunter on him is, I'd say it's even more. So a hunter on Lorente is, how many coins? Is the game just bugging? 17k for a hunter on Lorente. And if you snipe him at 10k, which his price is, you can be looking at some insane, a 6-7k profit, which is huge for a card like Lorente right now. And it almost doesn't make any sense, but these cards will sell. And right now, I'll send us over to where I make a few, coins on these cards. So as you guys can see here, I actually sniped a Lorente. Unfortunately, I missed one for like 9k, but I got this one here for 11k. So what I can do is actually list them up for 13.5, and this is just after like 3 minutes of sniping. So realistically, a really good strategy. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys drop a like. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll answer as soon as I can. And make sure you guys subscribe for more FIFA 21 content. Till next time, peace.